angry at you, that's why this is happening. Allah hates you, that's why this is happening. On the other hand, you start thinking Allah is punishing me, that's why this is happening. At that moment, when you can have the best impression of Allah and maintain your love and reliance and bond with Allah, that Allah has not let you go. He hasn't. What does He give you? Yahdi qalbahu. He guides this person's heart. He gives their heart guidance. I can guarantee you, when your problem goes away, if it's a money problem, if money comes in. If it's a health problem, and health comes back. If it's a family problem, the family problem goes away. None of the good things in this life are worth anything compared to that one gift. That one gift is Yahdi qalbahu. He'll guide his heart. Your heart will be at peace. No matter what is happening in life, there's still a smile on your face. And people are looking at you and saying, why are you smiling? Why are you okay? Look at what's happened to you. Look at what's going on. Yeah, it's okay. It's fine. It's cool. One gift that can only be given by Allah, Yahdi qalbahu. Allah will guide his heart. Allah will guide this person's heart. This is the ultimate gift of Iman.
All right, we heard that a bit of advice from Noman Ali Khan. You are listening to Rise and Shine on Radio Al Ansar and CII Radio. You have any? We look forward to your inspirational WhatsApp messages on 060-904-1056.
तैबा बुला लो या नबी या नबी या नबी मेरे मदीने वाले आका या नबी बार बार मदीने में हो जाए मेरा जाना बार बार मदीने में हो जाए मेरा जाना फिर और ना कुछ मांगे सरकार का दीवाना बार बार मदीने में हो जाए मेरा जाना पल पल मेरा दिल तड़पे दिन रात करे जारी कब आओ मदीने में कब आए मेरी बारी कब जाके मेरे
060-904-1056 those inspirational WhatsApp messages. First message comes from brother Yusuf Patel. Metric, do we fail to plan or do we plan to fail? Sometimes you don't realize the weight of something you've been carrying until you feel the weight of its release. If you fail your test, you have to write it again until you pass it. Every day there's going to be challenges. After all, we are only human. Just take a breath. Just take one breath at a time. Ya Allah, fill our hearts with love, joy, patience and understanding. Bless humanity so that we may never surrender to whatever challenges that come our way. Fill our hearts with love for each other and make every one of us realize each other's worth. Finally, never be casual about your life. You may end up into a casualty. Thank you, brother Yusuf Patel. Oh, and I think the message continues. You will teach them to fly, but they will not fly your flight. You will teach them to dream, but they will not dream your dream. You will teach them to live, but they will not live your life. Nevertheless, in every flight, in every life, in every dream, the print of the way you taught them will remain. So teach them well with love, respect, honor and dignity, our home, our first and eternal university. Finally, know that the best teachers are those who show you where to look, but they don't tell you what to see. Salams and duas, Yusuf Patel. Brother Yusuf Patel, Jazakallah khair for that beautiful message. Message from Sister Leila Mater. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh to the blessed Ummah of Nabi Kareem sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Peace, blessings and salutations be upon Nabi Kareem sallallahu alayhi wasallam. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. As another blessed day radiates from sujood, say Alhamdulillah. When our intentions are sincere, our actions will always speak in a just manner. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant you and your family unlimited blessings, ease and protection. Ameen. Have a blessed and safe day. Salams and dua, sister Leila, Meta and family. And an inspiring reflection state. Truth is the thread that binds reality together. And the hadith for this morning is Bismillahi walhamdulillahi wassalatu wassalam ala Rasulillah. Sayyidina Abu Hurairah radiyallahu ta'ala anhu reported the Messenger of Allah sallallahu alayhi wasallam said, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, spend in charity, O son of Adam, and I shall spend on you. Jazakallah khair for that beautiful message. Sister Layla Mehta, message from brother Junaid. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Wishing everyone a blessed day. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless everyone in our lives. Have a beautiful day. Ameen summa ameen. Message from Sister Ruqayya. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My brother Faizal and all the Rise and Shine team. Today's lesson, always be ready to survive alone. Some people suddenly change. Today you are important to them. Tomorrow you are nothing to them. And that's real life. Two places are most valuable in the world. The nicest place is to be in someone's thoughts, and the safest place is to be in someone's du'as. Mubarak day to you. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala do what is best for you and grant all your du'as. Ameen. Ameen. Be your own biggest cheerleader. Clap for yourself, even for the smallest wins. Celebrate how far you have come. Keep pushing forward. You have got what it takes to keep going. No one can believe in better than you can. Ameen. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala aap aur aapki family ko hamesha khush aur salamat rakhe. Inshallah. Ameen. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless you, my brother Faisal, by your family, team, and the entire ummah of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Ameen. Thumma ameen. And that comes from Sister Ruqayya. Message from Sister Zahira says, Salams, wishing my loving son Ziyad and mum-in-law Aisha a very happy birthday for today. All the best from the Razak family of Southgate. Jazakallah khair for that message as well. You are listening to Rise and Shine on Radio Al Ansar and on CII Radio. My name is Faizal MJ Suleman. It's 13 minutes past 8 and we're going to continue enjoying this beautiful nasheed.
موطني الجمال والجلال والسناء والبهاء في رباك والحياة والنجاة والهنا والرجاء في هواك هل أراك سالما منعما وغانما مكرما سالما منعما وغانما مكرما أراك في علاك تبلغ السماك موطني الشباب لن يكل همه أن يستقل أو يبي نستقي من الردى ولن نكون للعدا كالعبيد
0609041056. Yes, send us all inspirational messages via WhatsApp. And I get a message from my brother Ahmed. Oh, it's 3 messages from my brother Ahmed. It says, Dua for today, Ya Allah, our requests are numerous, but what is best for us is only known to you. Grant us what is best for us and give us the faith and strength to accept what you've written for us. Ameen. Summa ameen. Sweet words are not always true. True words are not always sweet. But no matter what words you can say, actions will always say the truth. Next message says, reality of life, when you give importance to people, they think you are always free. But actually, they don't understand that you make yourself available for them every time. You care genuinely. And I think that is a very, very, very important thought. You know, the reality of life. I'm just going to repeat this because, I mean, it makes so much of sense. When you give importance to people, they think that you're always free. But actually, they don't understand that you make yourself available for them every time. You care genuinely. Alhamdulillah. And of course, a message comes from a brother Zahir, says, you can't control how other people receive your energy. Anything you do or say gets filtered through the lens of whatever they are going through at the moment, which is not about you. Just keep doing your thing with as much integrity and love as possible. 060-904-1056.
تشرف وراية ترفرف يا هلا في علا قاهرا عيدك قاهرا عيدك موطني 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 الجمال.
We'd love to meet you. Pay us a visit. Radio Al-Ansar.
This hadith is sponsored by Ashraful Aid, International Humanitarian Organization.
حديث أدي قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم طلب العلم فريضة على كل مسلم. Seeking knowledge is the compulsory duty of every Muslim. Knowledge of Islam is the greatest treasure that any person can get, and having no knowledge of Islam is the worst of poverty.
This hadith is sponsored by Ashraful Aid, International Humanitarian Organization.
Are you looking for a meaningful way to fulfill your zakat obligation? Look no further than Ashraful Aid. With our trusted track record, your zakat reaches those who need it the most in the most honorable and dignified manner. Visit our website at www.ashrafulaid.org.
Radio Al-Ansar.
أحب الوفاء بشتى الصور أحب الوفي الأمين الأغر فأهل الوفاء.
In a world that's constantly evolving, it's essential to empower our children with the self-assurance they need to face challenges, embrace learning and pursue their dreams. We have online with us Maulana BILAL KATHRADA, an EdTech entrepreneur and founder of IT Varsity. Maulana KATHRADA, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Jazakallah khair for joining me in the program this morning. Maulana, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Okay, I think some gremlins seem to have crept into the system. We'll raise Maulana shortly and then we'll continue the show from there. You are listening to Rise and Shine on Radio Al-Ansar and CII Radio. And of course, the number for your WhatsApp message is 060-904-1056. We have online with us Maulana BILAL KATHRADA. Maulana, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Jazakallah khair for joining me in the program this morning.
Wa alaikum salam, and it's a pleasure and honor to be here.
Maulana, the honor is ours. Just to introduce Maulana BILAL KATHRADA, he's an EdTech entrepreneur and founder of IT Varsity. He's an award-winning app developer and 2022's African Tech Leader of the Year. He was awarded the African Tech Week in Cape Town, and he's also the founder of Xander, a company that develops educational apps for kids. Now, Maulana, you've been deeply involved in the EdTech space with IT Varsity. What does building confidence in kids mean to you, and why is it so important for the future?
The short answer is it means everything to me, because in order to give people beneficial knowledge, beneficial education, we have to start with building their confidence. That confidence must be built up, the passion must be ignited. And once those two things are in place, then the learning process becomes very, very easy. not just easy, but it becomes a joy to do it.
In today's tech-driven world, how can we leverage technology to help kids build self-confidence, especially in their learning journey?
Well, it's very, very simple, and authors have been writing about this since the 1960s and the 1970s when computers first came out. There were a number of visionaries who saw that computers are going to be a valuable tool for education, not tools to educate children, but tools to enable children to create things. Now, the problem is that these were visionaries who saw this, and they couldn't have seen how advanced computing technology would become. However, the problem is that the education system didn't adopt this. They didn't adopt computers as a means to get kids to create. Now, what do I mean by this? I mean, like a computer is it's how you can say it's like a multi-tool of learning potential. If you teach a child how to create something on a computer, anything from some lines of code to an app or a video game or write an article or create a video, that itself is intrinsic motivation for the child because the joy of creating something cannot be, can never be underestimated. But we are not giving them this opportunity. We are not using computers. We are not using technology in the classroom. Instead, what we are doing is we're just using books and giving them facts upon facts upon facts and forcing them to learn those facts. So how can we leverage technology? It's simple. Use computers, mobile devices to give kids the opportunity to learn and create.
And parents often play a key role in shaping a child's confidence. How can parents and educators work together to ensure that kids feel empowered, especially in their academic results?
I love that. I love what you said about parents and kids working together. That's the key. That's the key. There's been so many studies found that children who succeed at school are the ones who have strong parental support, whose parents play a strong role in partnership with the teachers to create that learning environment at home, to create that passion, to ignite that passion for learning at home. And that makes the teacher's life easy, and then the teacher can educate the kids properly. This has been proven over and over again. Now, I'm not saying parents must helicopter their children, or that's a different thing altogether. But I mean that parents must create an environment of learning. How? By themselves being curious about learning. I mean, if mom and dad are curious about something, about coding, for example, or about writing or content creation, naturally the children will become curious about it. And when they go to school, then that desire will be there to learn more and more. So I think parents can play a very big role by themselves, in encouraging an environment of learning in the home.
We are talking to Maulana BILAL KATHRADA, an EdTech entrepreneur and founder of the IT Varsity, and we are talking about building confidence in our kids the correct way. Now, Maulana, many successful individuals attribute their confidence to having a growth mindset. How can we teach kids the value of learning from failure and embracing challenges?
Firstly, what's a growth mindset? In the simplest way, a growth mindset means where I am now is not necessarily where I'm going to be tomorrow. I can change, I can grow, I can become somebody better, somebody different, and I can make positive change in the world. That's a growth mindset. I always marvel when I hear the story of Jibreel alayhi salam appearing to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam for the first time in the cave of Hira. There's so many things that Jibreel could have told Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam at that point. He could have said, "Ubud, worship." He could have said, "Ittaqillah, fear Allah." He could have said so many things, but what did he say? He said, "Iqra, read." I think we should all really sit and think, why? Why read? Because reading leads to a growth mindset. It leads to growth. Let me give you a modern day analogy of that. What makes computers and mobile phones so powerful? It's the fact that we can install apps on them, and those apps give them their capabilities. Without apps, a mobile device is useless. Now, think of knowledge of new skills that we learn, like apps we are installing into our minds and new abilities we are giving ourselves. It's a growth mindset. That's growth. So, when you see successful people attributing their success to growth, the growth mindset, it's 100% true. It's because they believe they can do something, and then they took the steps towards that. Now, if I can put a child through 12 years of school and come out with just two things, the love for learning and a growth mindset, no matter where I put that child is going to be successful.
No, undoubtedly, undoubtedly. And I think, Mona, the importance of teaching children, the value of learning from failure and embracing challenges, especially, with, those that have just received results who have not been too successful, etc. They should not become despondent. I mean, they can learn from these mistakes and improve themselves. Your thoughts, Molana? Sorry, I'm digressing slightly.
No, absolutely. It's a highly crucial point to make at this time of the year. I mean, there are those who did well in metric, those who didn't do well in metric. And my question to them is, so what? So what you didn't do well in metric? I mean, I myself lecture at universities, but I'm a university dropout. So I'm not afraid to say that, But the thing is that we don't teach children that there are so many different paths to success. And the word failure does not exist until we die. I mean, think about Islam as a religion. Does Allah use the word failure anywhere in the Quran?
No way.
No, as long as you got life, as long as you have the ability to think, as long as you have time in your hands, you can turn your life around no matter who you are. So I think it's a very important thing for us, for the ulama, for teachers, parents, community leaders, to instill in children that if you succeeded, you did well in metric, good, but it's only the start of your journey. And if you didn't do well, no problem. Follow a different route. There are so many different routes to success.
Mona, in a rapidly changing world, kids will need to be adaptable and confident to succeed. Now, how can we prepare them for the future workforce, especially in fields that may not even exist as yet?
Simple. Don't wait for change. Make change happen. See, this is important. Be the change. Don't wait for change. Change is happening. Now, if you look in the past, if you look from Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam to all our akabirin, our ulama, our mujaddideen, you look at business leaders, scientists, these were always people who never waited for change. They made change happen. So we need to teach our children that you need to identify opportunities for change, and then you need to equip and empower yourself with the skills to drive that change and give the world leadership in that way.
Mona, Jazakallah khair for joining me on the program this morning and helping us build some confidence in our kids. I'm sure, Mona, you have a message for our parents, some message for our pupils as well.
Absolutely. My one message is build confidence by creating things, whether it's something in coding or whether it's a work of art, whether it's writing an article, or whether it's some content, whether it's cooking something or baking a loaf of bread. Create, because that has intrinsic motivation and that will build confidence like nothing else.
Mona, Jazakallah khair for joining the program. Have yourself a wonderful day. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh to you.
Walaikum salam.
We spoke to Mona BILAL KATHRADA, an EdTech entrepreneur and founder of the IT Varsity, and he spoke to us about building confidence in our kids the right way.
شراب الحب يعرف بالمذاق وما كل السقاة له بساق شراب الحب يعرف بالمذاق وما كل السقاة له بساقي أحب الله عن أدب وصدق ولا أرضى سوى التقوى خلاقي إذا ما
Okay, let me
عشت
introduce you.
لا أنسى.
You're listening to Rise and Shine on Radio Ansar and CII Radio. I have Lucky, who is engineering in the Johannesburg studio of CII Radio, and of course, brother Asfat Firi, who is engineering for Radio Ansar in the Durban studio. Now, in Lebanon, news of the ceasefire in Gaza brought a mix of emotions to Lebanese and Palestinian communities, with the country navigating a fragile truce of its own following a deadly war fought by Hezbollah in the name of Gaza. Some are celebrating the ceasefire, while others question if the death and destruction in Lebanon was in vain. Let's listen to this clip.
For the first time in more than a year, Lebanon's Palestinian community breathed a sigh of relief, set to music, dancing, and fireworks. Palestinian camps like this have been sick with grief since October 2023. Finally, with news of a ceasefire, the bombs would stop dropping on their loved ones. But by morning, there was a more somber mood.
It's a feeling of happiness and sadness at the same time. It's a ceasefire for the bloodshed of our Palestinian people. It's a ceasefire for the war of extermination.
The outpouring of emotion triggered by the ceasefire is felt across the country. At the entrance of Beirut's southern suburbs, Israeli airstrikes leveled multiple buildings during the 2-month war between Israel and Hezbollah, which the Lebanese group said was in support of Gaza. For some, there's pride in knowing what Lebanon sacrificed. But not all are proud. Some never agreed with Hezbollah's decision to get involved in the first place.
Lebanon didn't deserve the war. Lebanon loves peace, and what a shame for all the young people that died. We hope that the war will never come back.
Despite mixed opinions in Lebanon, there seem to be a few points people do agree on. Firstly, that the time between a ceasefire's announcement and implementation can be very violent, as was the case in Lebanon. And commitments laid out by ceasefire agreements are not always honored.
It depends on the steps that will be taken by the Israelis and by Hamas, and in particular by the Israelis, because the Israelis violated the ceasefire agreement in Lebanon several times, and until now they are still violating it, and until now we have 60 people actually killed by targeting them by the Israelis, not by accident.
The Lebanese now anxiously await 2 dates. This Sunday, when the ceasefire agreement between Israel and Hamas is set to be implemented, and the following Sunday, January 26th, when the ceasefire agreement between Israel and Lebanon expires. The Gaza ceasefire agreement hasn't exactly inspired hope that Israel, officially an enemy to the Lebanese state, will honor the terms of the Lebanon agreement. But it has provided just a little glimmer of hope for a brighter day. Priyanka Navani, TRT World, Beirut, Lebanon.
Radio Ansar.
This summer, dine big to win big at Chipper Whisper. Spend 350 Rand or more in store and stand a chance to win prizes worth 12,000 Rand from Hershey Springfield. Prizes include a Rest Assured bed, a DeLonghi coffee machine, and a Kenwood food processor. Enjoy legendary tastes and great wins. Entries close January 13, 2025. Exclusive to Chipper Whisper. T's and C's to apply. Spur. A taste for life.
Korea's Business Institute is open for 2025 registrations. Study information technology, human resources, management, administration, accounting, and much more. Get your free laptop or tablet. T's and C's apply. Visit Korea's Business Institute at Chatsworth Center, Adamsnagar Ridge, or WhatsApp 074-852-7697. Korea's Business Institute, changing lives since 1991.
Vodacom Shop. For smartphones, laptops, routers, asset insurance, gaming, IoT, payment platforms, and the latest gadgets to always keeping you in the forefront of innovation and technology. Home and business internet to ensure that you have the best connection. Plug and play home internet to fully installed fiber. Our infrastructure provides a resilient platform for your critical business applications, which will help your business perform best. Vodacom shop at the Pavilion Superstore 2.0, Westwood Mall, The Bluff, The Workshop Durban, Umlazi Megacity, Bridge City Kwamashu, Brookside Mall PMB, and the Nelson Mandela Square Santon 2.0.
Explore the world with Worldview Travel. Let our expert team guide you in creating a travel experience that exceeds your expectations. Unbeatable flight deals, corporate and leisure bookings, luxurious accommodations, tailor-made packages, reliable car rentals, comprehensive travel insurance, seamless visa assistance. Visit us at 55 Problem Keys Road, Durban. Call 031 001 7062 or 0718350216. Follow us on Instagram at Worldview Travel. Worldview Travel creates memories to last a lifetime.
It's official. Checkers Foods Kawi Park is our first food store with a halal butchery, bakery and deli certified by NIHT, the National Independent Halal Trust. This will ensure high standards and ethical practices across our butchery, bakery and deli from farm to table. So visit Checkers Foods Kawi Park for an exceptional shopping experience that keeps getting better and better.
Al Ansar International.
I don't wanna wait up here. Someone help me carry this load. I don't wanna work with fear no more. I will never leave my prayer. I know that you're always there. For every door that you close, you'll guide me to many more. So many ways you show me your love. I'm thankful for all that you've done. For all that I have, for all that I lose, it still leads to you. For the nights that I'm down, you're all I need now.
You're listening to Rise and Shine on Radio Al Ansar and CII Radio. Now, donors have been told to be wary of organizations they donate to this Ramadan. Failing to do background checks could get them into trouble with authorities. A prominent business person and a Johannesburg resident landed in hot water after officials were alerted to a transaction he made in 2017. His attorney claims he has no recollection of the 11,500 Rand cryptocurrency transaction. But Hawks believe the amount was used to purchase Bitcoin via Luno, from where it was channeled to a self-styled independent charity. He now faces charges for allegedly contravening the Protection of Constitutional Democracy Against Terrorists and Related Activities Act. We have online with us attorney YOUSHA TAYOB, and attorney YOUSHA TAYOB will be talking to us about and will be advising us to be careful to whom we donate to this Ramzan. Brother YOUSHA TAYOB, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Jazakallah khair for joining me in the program this morning.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Brother YOUSHA TAYOB, now, your client, a prominent Muslim individual, has been charged under the Protection of Constitutional Democracy Against Terrorists and Related Activities Act. Could you explain what exactly this act entails and how it relates to charitable donations?
Okay, so before you continue, let me just correct that he does not deny that he made the transaction. He in fact admits the transaction in 2017. So just that correction first. For post 1994, with the end of apartheid, South Africa was permitted to enter into the world community and became part of the international community. And post the events of 2001, South Africa seems to have voluntarily compromised its independent thinking because it adopted into our legislation, at the behest of the US and other Western powers, anti-terror legislation, which we objected to at that time as the Muslim Lawyers Association and other individuals. Because what we then accepted was that whenever the US motivated for a party to be classified as a terrorist organization, The UN simply rubber stamped those lists, and numerous organizations, without receiving notice of the intention to classify them as terrorists, were so classified. And so we easily forgot our history, because the government at the time was the African National Congress, which was also classified as a terrorist organization. And what we have already received is that a concession in the evidence of the investigating officer, the organization to whom Ziad made the contribution to, is in fact not on that terror. And even if it was later placed on it, at the time that he made his donation to this organization in 2017, this was a charitable organization and still may not even be a listed terrorist organization.
Now, this case involves a cryptocurrency transaction. How did this transaction raise suspicion, and what role does cryptocurrency play in the investigation?
So, amongst our investigation for the preparation of this matter, we found that the normal charity line of distribution was being severely limited by the Assad government. The Syrian people were in need, and people who had access to Bitcoin and cryptocurrency transactions, which are all traceable. So you buy money, you buy Bitcoin from your local South African bank account. That Bitcoin can then be transferred to a cryptocurrency. And what the state now say is that there was a 2020 case in the US, ex parte, one party, to declare a particular wallet, an e-wallet, that is used to receive cryptocurrency internationally, should be frozen. And we have identified there were only 15 transactions into that cryptocurrency account, and Ziad's happened to be one of them. And the FIC locus were given notice of this by the CIA, and now resort to the persecution of a completely traceable transaction.
And what are some practical steps that individuals can take to ensure that their donations are going to legitimate causes?
Well, so, South Africans have been known for giving. Every time there's a need in the world, South Africans give. So, firstly, I think that this is a political measure in the country to dissuade South Africans from giving charity as they normally do. And so we must not be scared of. We must double, triple our efforts. The state has taken a completely myopic view of what the jihad is, of what charity is. And certainly I would be the first to defend anyone with my team, anyone who is being persecuted by this government for giving charity as they normally do.
Brother YOUSHA TAYOB, how can we strike a balance between wanting to give charity and ensuring that we're not inadvertently supporting organizations that may be linked to illegal activities?
So this ties in with our freedom of religion in this country. Those who profess that we have freedom of religion beginning to see restrictions, there are more. We give because it is our religious obligation. And we must continue to give because it is our religious obligation and our own loyalty to Allah. So we must continue and we must give, and we will be able to justify why we give. And until they respect our religion completely, which I doubt they will ever do, we must continue the fight.
And what can this case teach us about the importance of transparency and accountability in charitable donations, especially in a digital age where cryptocurrency and online donations are becoming more common?
Everything is traceable, brother. Everything is traceable. You are not going to be able to move funds anywhere without a trace. So we must not be scared. We must resist display by government to dissuade us from contributing. We must continue to contribute, whether it's charitable or any other cause that we are religiously obliged to support. We must continue to do.
YOUSHA, TAYOB, Jazakallah khair for joining the program and throwing a bit of light on this particular matter. And we wish you well. All the best to you. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Walaikum salam.
We spoke to YOUSHA TAYOB, an attorney, and he spoke to us about the case where one of our individuals has been charged for, giving a donation, and he's been charged now for allegedly contravening the Protection of Constitutional Democracy Against Terrorist and Related Activities Act. And YOUSHA TAYOB has provided an explanation for this. And let's hope and pray that, Brother YOUSHA TAYOB is successful in defending this particular individual. And of course, he is going to come out scot-free.
It's this feeling, I know it's gonna be okay, 'cause you are here to stay. There's no doubt, and it's getting stronger. It's the path you have chosen for me, and I can't stop thinking about you. I know you're here by my side. You're the reason I've been so amazing. Thank you for being.
A message from Sister Aisha says, keep ties with family is effort. Checking up on a loved one is effort. Expressing your love to your spouse daily is effort. Spending quality time with your children is effort. Replying to messages is effort. Inviting over family or friends for a meal is effort. Giving a thoughtful gift is effort. Visiting the sick is effort. Helping someone through a difficult time is effort. Everything to do with others will always feel like effort in our busy schedules. But it is these efforts that will gain us reward. It is these efforts that we will be remembered by when we are no longer alive. It is these efforts that will cause people to make heartfelt du'as for us continuously. These efforts build your character, which will be the heaviest on the scale on the day of judgment. Don't let Shaitan fool you into thinking you are too busy to invest into your relationships and most importantly, your akhirah. Thank you for that beautiful message, Sister Aisha. And she goes on to say, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless you. May your day be full of barakah, afiyah and khair. Ameen. Jazakallah khair for that beautiful message.
Alhamdulillah, I can't live without my dear. Oh Allah, because of you I feel blessed. Because of you, oh Allah, because of you I feel blessed. Oh Allah, because of you I feel blessed. Because of you, oh Allah, because of you I feel blessed. 'Cause I found to lie, 'cause I found.
Message comes from, I think I've read this message before, but comes from a different number this time. Says, Salam Faizal, wishing my loving son Ziad and mother-in-law Aisha a very happy birthday for today, with love from Asya, Rafiq, Zahira, wife Raisa and Nanima, all of Southgate. 0605 904 1056. Rise and shine on Radio Lansar and CII Radio.
Alhamdulillah, I can't live without my dear. Oh Allah, because of you I feel blessed. Because of you, oh Allah, because of you I feel blessed. Oh Allah, because of you I feel blessed. Because of you, oh Allah, because of you I feel blessed.
Radio Ansar.
Attention all plumbing and building contractors. Discover high quality plumbing supplies at unbeatable prices with Plumcore. From pipes to the latest tech, we have it all. Visit Plumcore today for expert advice, exceptional service and in-store discounts. Call 031 350 3737 or visit us at 16 Intersite Avenue, Amgeni Business Park. Plumcore, your trusted partner in plumbing supplies.
This Ramadan, stock up at Chicken World, located at 168 Kenilworth Road, Overport. Tanner approved. We are bringing you unbeatable pre-Ramadan specials. Get chicken mince for 49 Rand 99 a kilo and fresh chicken fillets for the unbeatable price of 59 Rand 99 a kilo. Don't miss out. Open 7 days a week. Contact us on 031 207 6339.
You've spent all that time, effort, and energy putting together an incredible business. Now, you need to tell people about your business. Advertising and marketing, it's what we do. Listen to this.
I'd like to say thank you to Al Ansar because after we aired last week, massive feedback, massive interest, which has been great. We've got so many potential clients in all the different areas from Pietermaritzburg to Durban North to Virginia.
Speak directly to your target audience. Get in touch with our sales department on 031 208 1601.
Radio Al Ansar, Durban 90.4 FM, Pietermaritzburg 105.6 FM.
बुला लो मदीना मुझे मेरे मौला मैं जाऊं मैं देखूं मोहम्मद का रोजा बुला लो मदीना मुझे मेरे मौला मैं जाऊं मैं देखूं मोहम्मद का रोजा वो जिनको थी बरसों से आंखें तरसती जो हो जाए चलता रहेगी बरसती वो जिनको थी बरसों से आंखें तरसती जो हो जाए चलता रहेगी बरसती.
It's the start of a brand new school year, and whether you're stepping into a new chapter, settling back into your routine, or gearing up for that all-important final stretch, 2025 is your year to shine. We're talking about how you can make the school year your best one yet. Tip number 1, set clear goals. Have you written down your goals yet? Whether it's acing maths, leading a sports team, or making new friends, putting pen to paper makes your goals feel real and keeps you motivated. And speaking of motivation, are you someone who thrives on routines? Tip number 2 is all about sticking to a balanced daily routine, because success isn't just about hard work, it's about resting and recharging too. Tip number 3 is to choose your friends wisely. Surround yourself with people who lift you up and support your dreams. And while you're at it, remember tip number 7, be a good friend yourself. Kindness goes a long way. Let's talk academics. Tip number 4, create a study space that's all yours. A quiet, clutter-free zone where you can focus. And here's the big one. Ask for help when you need it. Tip 5 reminds us that greatness isn't achieved alone. Teachers, counselors, and even your peers are there to support you. Most importantly, every small effort you make now adds up to big results later. Let's make 2025 a year of growth, determination, and success.
लूं मैं बलाएं जो देखूं मैं लो आंसू भी मेरे निकले के आंखों में जैसे चमकता नगीना बुला लो मदीना मुझे मेरे मौला मैं जाऊं मैं देखूं मोहम्मद का रोजा हुजूर दियां तलियां नु तुम दा जेड़ा रासी ताबिश बड़े फिर तो देखण दा चाहसी हुजूर दियां तलियां नु तुम दा जेड़ा रासी ताबिश.
Message comes from a sister Sadia. There is only one type of dirt which cannot be cleansed with pure water, and that is the stain of hatred and bigotry contaminating the soul. You can purify your body from abstinence and fasting, but only love will purify your heart. That's a quotation from Shams Tabriz, and a message that comes from a sister Nazreen. I don't chase after people anymore. If they like spending time with me, they will do so. If not, I'm content in my own company. Thank you for that. Second message from the same sister says, be careful who you feel sorry for. Some people are good at lying and playing the victim. Thank you for that message. Mohammed from North Beach. If you pay attention to the patterns of your life, you'll realize everything always works out. Everything always takes you to a greater destination. You always grow, and the things you think you can't survive, you somehow divinely make it through. That's life. Always remember that. 060-904-1056. Another message that comes through says, Anonymous, I can call out your number. Okay, brother or sister Anonymous, practice the pause. Pause before judging, pause before assuming, pause before accusing. Pause whenever you're about to react harshly, and you'll avoid doing and saying things you'll regret later.
أحبك مثلما أنت أحبك كيفما كنت ومهما كان مهما صار أنت حبيبتي أنت زوجتي أنت حبيبتي أنت أحبك مثلما أنت أحبك كيفما كنت ومهما كان مهما أنت حبيبتي أنت زوجتي أنت حبيبتي أنت حلالي أنت لا أخشى عذولا هم مقتي لقد أذن الزمان لنا بوصل غير منبت سقيت الحب في قلبي بحسن الفعل والسمت يغيب السعد إن غبت ويصفو العيش إن جئت نهاري كادح حتى إذا ما عدت للبيت لقيتك فانجلى عني ضنايا إذا تبسمت أحبك مثلما أنت أحبك كيفما.
You're listening to Rise and Shine on Radio Ansar and on CIA Radio. Message that comes says, be kind, but not at the cost of your dignity. Set boundaries, respect yourself, and understand that sometimes saying no is the kindest thing that you can do for yourself. Another the message continues, you'll never satisfy everyone. The more you seek validation, the more you lose yourself. And finally, life is short. Cut out negativity, forget gossip, say goodbye to people who don't care. Spend time with people who are always there. Time for me to round up. Thank you, brother Asfat Firi, for having engineered for me on Radio Ansar, and thank you, Lucky, for having engineered on Share Radio. Wasima Baks, thank you for the logistics. Hajar Kota, thank you for having produced the show. On Radio Al Ansar, you'll be listening to the news by Tabida Duma next, followed by Kiria Compass by Sister Kelly. And on radio and on CI Radio, you'll be listening to the recitation of the Holy Quran. And today we'll listen to the recitation of Juz 19 by Sheikh Tawfiz Al Sair. Time for me to round up and bid you farewell. So from myself, Faizal, MJ, Suleman, enjoy the weekend and all the best to you. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Under the stars, I raise my hands in prayer. Tears falling, carrying my despair. Your memories linger, they fill my heart with grace. In every shadow, in every vacant place. Oh Allah, grant me strength to mend. I hope the angels look over you Inshallah, we'll meet again in Jannah, where there's no end. Your smile and laughter echo deep within. Though we're apart now, you can count on me, my friend. In the gardens of the merciful, we will reunite. Under his mercy, bathed in eternal light. Oh Allah, grant me strength to mend